May 26th, what a day to meet. Grab a coffee and let's get smarter together. During Sunday breakfast with my nonagenarian grandparents, my autism was a topic again. And while I did my best to find yet another angle to explain why my needs are different and why it isn't a matter of me just trying harder to act like everyone else, some puzzle pieces fell into place for me. So, research has shown that autistic people process at least 40% more information in rest mode than non-autistic people. And autistic people are detail-oriented, using the specific to find ever new patterns by regrouping them. What if we combine these facts with what we know about how we generate our models of the world and ourselves? We ourselves are only small-scale temporary patterns, metabolic, electric, etc. patterns, in a physical universe that's full of all kinds of patterns. For most of the information stored in these patterns, we lack the sensors to perceive it. So we generate our model of the world and ourselves from a minuscule selection of the data that is available to us, of everything that our sensors were able to collect and our cells and cell collectives communicate as their interpretations thereof. In an attempt to make sense of a big picture to use the functionalities it offers us to pursue our goals. It's like playing a video game in which you have to obtain an X, but have no idea how anything in this artificial world works, starting with your own avatar. And all you have to figure things out is what you see on screen. In that moment, despite that the screen offers only a very limited amount of information about the video game world as a whole. Now, autistic people don't have better sensors, nor are our cells and cells collectives necessarily better interpreters. But we select a larger amount of available data to generate our model of the world. It's higher resolution, so to speak, what needs more processing capacity and leads to a higher energy consumption. This part is interesting, but what comes next, in my opinion, is even more profound. What happens with the selected data as we generate the model of the world? We look for somewhat persistent patterns, which we put a boundary around and name them. Dog, flower, beautiful flower, chair, grandma interrupting because we lack a player at the card table. One of the pattern will be labeled I. Now, an autistic person is drawn to details to sort them into patterns. But it is the finding of the patterns that has our focus, not the pattern itself. Once we have generated the dog, we release the data again to sort them into some other pattern, something that might give us new insights. A search that makes sense in particular with the starting point in mind. We only perceive a fraction of the physical universe, and our models of the world and self are attempts to make sense of what might be really out there. Every model is only an assumption, and there's always the chance that another model will give better insight, more functionalities to employ in the pursuit of goals. In this light, a self-editing of our makeup toward a spectrum of autistic wiring of the brain and some makes sense as this way to process data helps the group. Neurodiversity is not a problem, it is nature's solution to the limitation of a single human individual. And in the end, this is the perspective we must take, that of the large collective working together for the survival and the advancement of a basic structure of what it means to be human, not the individual. It all comes back to exploring, also known as think. So make a habit out of thinking. Let's turn thinking into a movement. Like, comment, share, and follow, lest you miss a single opportunity to improve yourself and society. Once you do, we'll meet again at the coffee pot with nice flowers.